billion. And I'm not going to assume anything. The plan is our congressional delegation with our partnership must advocate for any potential cut for New Yorkers and get more than those potential cuts. We should not have received $120-something million out of a $6.9 billion budget.
Do you think that it's possible?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. As you know, the Governor Hochul announcing today, cops will be on the subway overnight starting Monday. There's just some confusion on like who exactly is paying for it. The state budget office said that the city might be paying like $77 million of this. So wondering if that's true, and will the city be reimbursed for that $77 million? And then when we're talking about cop overtime here, as you know, cops are already doing a lot of overtime as it is. Are you guys looking at providing any sort of additional resources for officers? And what's your message to officers, already working 5 hours?
I'm glad you raised that because they have been working long hours. And that's when I'm out and I talk to the officers. Work-life balance means a lot to them, particularly the younger officers. Much of the officers, not like they are just creating overtime, just to be creating overtime. These officers want to go home. And especially in the Transit Bureau, many of them have been doing mandatory overtime. And it's been long hours, and they want to just go home and spend some time with their families. And I thank them for taking the sacrifice to make our subway system as safe as it is. So our goal, as I was sharing with the speaker earlier, these are large classes that are reaching the 20-year mark. We may lose a substantial number of officers. We're giving the police commissioner 1,200 more officers. We're going to have to look to give even more if need be, and we're going to be ready to do that to keep the manpower at the level that it deserves. And then we have to talk about the mental stability of our officers. We had several officers who committed suicide last year. That's very alarming and concerning to all of us. Our goal is to give them the resources they need, give them the support that they need, and try to minimize the use of the overtime numbers because we want to make sure we use the population we have to keep the city safe.
اليورو 100,000 ساعات عاملة زيادة للشرطة السنة اللي فاتت. اللي في الدولة 77 مليون.
Yeah, I think I've always felt that we need to ensure the omnipresence of the officers. And nothing is more comforting than seeing that officer walk through the train car. And that's what the governor agrees on, the commissioner agrees on, the chief of staff, Pollack. She has been speaking with the governor's office, her and Deputy Mayor Raspberry have been communicating to work out the final analysis of the plan. Last night, the police commissioner and I sat down and spoke late into the evening about this plan because everyone is on the plan and we just got to work out the details of how it's going to be implemented, carried out, and paid for.
So,
Sammy, how you doing?
All right, thank you. I want to ask you about your big picture. It seems like a pretty good budget, more revenue, less cuts, your ideas. 18 months ago.
Tweet that.
18 months ago, you said the climate crisis would destroy New York City.
Yes.
Is this like a mission accomplished kind of thing? And then, of course, you still have to negotiate this with the council every year. It's a big fight. Are you anticipating more battles with the council this year?
Well, anytime you can do a budget and not have the C term, the cut term, it makes it easier. I think this is probably out of the number of budgets that we have put in front of the council. This probably was the shortest number of questions we received from the council and from Brad. I think what Brad asked us 3 questions. The first one was, when is your birthday? So it's clear that we got here. I think that is really underrated